Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Tuesday, July 29th, the day after we got to see Missouri in action for the first time in preseason camp. We will be back for another practice at 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning, have some more insight, intel, and general greatness for you later today from Gerard Hamilton. Story up on Darius Smith this morning. Want you to check that out. And as always, all kinds of camp information all month long. You can sign up right now for a VIP subscription. Get your first year for 50% off. That means just $60 for the entire year. We would encourage you to do that and join us. As for here, look, the quarterback stuff is going to be there every single day. I don't have the bandwidth to talk about it every single day. At some point, we'll have meaningful updates. We don't really yet. So I want to talk about some other spots on this football team. To me, the most intriguing position on this team is wide receiver, because I think it's the biggest gap between what it could be in either direction. Missouri fans look at this, and I think people that follow recruiting always tend to do this, right? You know who Donovan Olubade is. You know who Sean Terry is. You know who Josh Manning is. Fans of other teams probably don't really know that. So I think the outside view of Missouri's receiver room is Luther Burden's gone. Theo Weiss is gone. Mookie Cooper's gone. This thing has to be worse, right? Well, you know who the replacements are. And you're probably on the other extreme of, well, Luther wasn't great last year. Mookie was up and down and got hurt. But, man, I've seen what Marquise Johnson can do in flashes. I've seen what Josh Manning can do a couple times. I know what Donovan Olubade is supposed to be. I know what James Madison's supposed to be. We brought in Kevin Coleman. We brought in Xavier Lloyd. So I think there's this huge gap at wide receiver, and I don't know which direction it's going to go. I think one mistake a lot of people tend to make is you mistake bodies for depth, right? Like Missouri has depth. There's a lot of guys. Every team has depth. Every team has guys. But when I was talking to Jacob Peeler, the wide receivers coach on Sunday, he admitted, he said, we have unproven depth. Kevin Coleman is a proven SEC receiver. Should have been first team all SEC ahead of Luther Burden last year, to be quite honest. But beyond that, Missouri returns a little bit over 1,000 total receiving yards, like career ever. 735 of that is from Marquise Johnson. Josh Manning has one career touchdown. That's it outside of Marquise Johnson and Kevin Coleman. So they have one absolutely proven receiver, one guy he's shown it a little bit in Marquise Johnson. Beyond that, you have a whole bunch of guys that maybe we'll see, right? Like, I personally love Josh Manning. I think he's an NFL wide receiver. The way Eli Drinkwitz is talking about Donovan Olubade gives you tons of hope. James Madison, like, he's kind of this forgotten guy, but he was a four-star kid out of Florida just a year ago. So a lot of guys there. We don't know exactly how it's going to shake out, who's going to play, all of that. But that's why it's the most interesting position on this football team for me, not only to watch over the next 3 or 4 weeks of camp, but, you know, the next 13 weeks after that as the regular season unfolds. Plenty of other spots you could go. We're going to talk about a bunch of different positions over the next month. Curious kind of what your thoughts are, A, on the wide receiving core, B, on, you know, what you think. If I ask you, what's the most interesting position? What are you most intrigued to see? Not necessarily the best, just the most interesting. Let me know that in the comments. Join us on the message board over at Power Mizzou. Again, practice later this morning. We had a live show last night. Gerard Hamilton and I went about an hour and 20 minutes talking Mizzou football. So make sure to check that out. Had a bunch of interviews from Sunday on the YouTube channel. Be back tomorrow morning with PM in the AM and every single weekday during fall camp. So appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share it, subscribe it, all those things while you're here. We'll talk to you next time.